First and foremost, I would like to take a moment to thank my friends over at Community Chrysler in Bloomington, Indiana, for allowing me to take their 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee-L and review it. Their website and location are in the description box below, where you can head to their site and check out all their new used inventory. Please, kindly remember that I do not work at or for any dealerships, so I cannot answer if a vehicle is still available or for sale. In addition, due to microphone issues and time constraints, I am trying a new voiceover tool to help with the process. It's not 100% where I want it currently, but I thought I would give an initial disclaimer. Thank you for your understanding. Since the demise of the Jeep Commander in 2010, there hasn't been a third row offering from Jeep from then on. Jeep buyers have been asking why the Grand Cherokee hasn't offered the availability of a third row option, since it's based on the related Dodge Durango, which does offer the aforementioned, until now. Finally, after more than 10 years, and hot on the heels of the recently reintroduced Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, the new Jeep Grand Cherokee is now available in a long wheelbase and with, finally, a third row seat. Carrying a similar design language of the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, the Jeep Grand Cherokee-L is a smart design inside and out. With the addition of the third row, the Grand Cherokee-L sports an all-new design from the previous two-row variant, adding 15 inches in overall length and 7 inches to the wheelbase. A new version of the two-row Grand Cherokee is expected to arrive soon. The Grand Cherokee-L is built at the Mack assembly plant within the Detroit Assembly Complex. Available in 6 trims from Laredo to Summit Reserve, there's a trim package for everyone. Today, we will be taking a look at the middle-of-the-road 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee-L Limited. Painted in bright white with global black leather interior, our review subject is nicely equipped, and full pricing is shown on screen with a full options list in the description box below. Available in 6 trim levels, including Laredo, Altitude, Limited, Overland, Summit, and Summit Reserve. We feel that the Limited provides the best balance between luxury features and pricing. Our Grand Cherokee is 4-wheel drive, utilizing the single-speed Quadratrac 1 transfer case in conjunction with the Select Terrain controller. It features an active transfer case, capable of sending torque to the wheel that's slipping. While Quadralift air suspension is optional, our vehicle is not equipped. The Grand Cherokee-L features a ground clearance of 8.3 inches, an approach angle of 20.6 degrees, a departure angle of 21.5 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 18.2 degrees. While a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 is available, power in our vehicle comes from the 3.6-liter dual overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine. This naturally aspirated engine is of aluminum block and head construction with variable valve timing and sequential multi-port fuel injection with an 11.3:1 compression ratio. This engine creates 290 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 257 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. The Grand Cherokee has a gross vehicle weight rating of 6,500 pounds, a curb weight of 4,779 pounds, a payload capacity of 1,200 pounds, and a maximum towing capacity of 6,200 pounds. The Jeep Grand Cherokee-L is equipped with a 23 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 4.8 gallons per 100 miles driven with an estimated total driving range of around 485 miles. Estimated EPA fuel economy figures are 18 miles per gallon city, 25 miles per gallon highway, and 21 miles per gallon combined. The sole available transmission is a ZF-sourced 8-speed TorqueFlite 850RE automatic transmission with manual shift capabilities. Suspension in the rear is a multi-link setup with coil springs, twin tube shocks, and load leveling for towing. Around the rear, with the lowered belt line, the rear glass is larger than the predecessor, with improved rear outward visibility, especially with the presence of the third-row seats. Taillights are full LED and are sleek, high-set and feature a dramatic narrow LED light pipe that acts as the taillights and merges almost perfectly with the heavily chiseled character line. Brake lamps and turn indicators are LED, as are the reverse lamps. One really good design element is the chrome roof trim that runs down the rear three-quarter panel and ends up as the lower rear window trim. This would look especially good on the Overland and Summit Reserve, which offer the gloss black roof option. Along the profile, despite being a 17-foot-long vehicle, does not look oversized. It sits on a 121.7-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 204.9 inches. A lowered belt line and expansive glass allow for a more spacious cabin and increased visibility. The roofline appears to float courtesy of a new window molding design that begins at the base of the side mirror and travels continuously to the rear quarter window and to the base of the back window. Steering is electrically assisted, vehicle speed sensitive, variable rate rack and pinion with 3.2 turns lock to lock and a 38.3-foot turning radius. Wheels are the $1,495 optional 20x8.5-inch polished and painted aluminum 5-spoke wheels shod in P265/50 or 20 Bridgestone Ecopia HL422 plus all-season tires front and rear. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes with 13.9-inch ventilated rotors up front and 13.8-inch ventilated rotors in the rear. Brakes are assisted by 4-channel ABS, electronic brake force distribution, emergency pedestrian detection, forward collision warning and more. Front suspension is independent multi-link with coil springs, gas-charged twin-tube coilover shock absorbers. Up front, ultra-slim headlamps with unique signature lighting set into gloss black bezels, along with slim horizontal fog lamps, express the serious nature of the front end and allow the Grand Cherokee-L to be instantly recognizable both during the day and at night. The signature 7-slot grille has been updated to be wider with larger individual openings and is outlined in elegant trim that underscores its advanced lighting and emphasizes the width of the vehicle. Below the grille, the new front fascia is proportionally larger than previous generations, designed for function while keeping the competitive approach angle for which the Grand Cherokee is known.
And this vehicle is equipped with remote start as standard equipment. To operate is simple, just double press the remote start button on the key fob. And before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the new key fob. As it is new for 2021, it's a more elegant rectangular shape. And you do have your unlock, lock, remote start button, hatch release, and your panic alarm. And of course, this vehicle is equipped with the keyless remote entry and smart key access system. And by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. To lock the vehicle, simply locate the rib portion on the door handle. The horn will chirp, the lights will flash, indicating that the vehicle is locked. To unlock, simply grab the handle as you would open it. And here we are inside the interior of the new Grand Cherokee-L. A very nice place to be, very nicely crafted and styled. Take a look at the door panels here. Pretty much all black in this vehicle here. Got some soft touch vinyl here mimicking leather. You got this really nice faux wood trim here. Framed with the satin stainless steel. Also on your door pulls, you've got 2 driver memory. Nice little floating style armrest here with accent stitching. Left and right power mirror controls. Power window controls, window lockouts, and of course your power locks. Grab handle and a padded armrest. And down here, it's all pretty much hard plastic down here. You do have molded matte pocket storage, bottle holders, and your door speakers for your 9-speaker Alpine sound system. Alright, lower driver's side instrument panel contains controls for your automatic headlamps and your fog lamps. You've also got your interior light control instrument panel dim control. You've also got your electronic parking brake. Hood releases right here. Moving down the tread plates, no branding or anything like that, just this interesting little pattern in here. And our vehicle is equipped with 8-way power driver and passenger seats, and you've also got 4-way adjustable lumbar support. We do have a leather wrapped tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And let's take a look at the seats in the new Grand Cherokee. Overall, they're pretty comfortable, they're supportive. The leather has a nice tight feel to it. You got this little indentation here. Alright, now let's pan through the interior and show more details, and there will be plenty of details to show here. As you can see, nice fluidic, easy to use electrically assisted power steering on a leather wrapped 4-spoke steering wheel. It's a brand new design. Nice thick rims here. You got accent stitching. It is a heated wheel. The new Jeep logo here in the middle of the horn pad. And then you have this stainless steel going all the way around the lower perimeter of the steering wheel. Revised buttons. Pretty much the same operation though. These buttons control your multi-view display. You've got your phone controls here, Uconnect phone controls, Bluetooth controls. This is your theater swipe here. And then over here, of course, we have our cruise controls and our adaptive cruise control distance settings. Shift paddles. One nice thing too is that even though it's faux wood, it actually looks really nice, and it does continue down the lower portions of the controls and down the lower portions of the spokes of the steering wheel. Multifunction controls, pretty simple over here. Just your turn signals, flash to pass, and high beams. And then over here is all your wiper controls. And of course, you've also got push to start. This instrument cluster is actually a full LCD screen. It's really, really cool. It's got really nice dials, very nice and easy to read, crisp, clear graphics. In the standard analog form, you have a 7,000 RPM tach, coolant temperature, a digital speedo, 140 mile/hour speedometer with outside temperature display, and your fuel tank. If you press and hold OK, it flips to this really, really cool digital version with a kind of a tape wheel of a tachometer. And then, of course, there's a bunch of menus here, and we're going to go through those right now. Alrighty, moving over the top of the dash, as you can see, it's a padded vinyl dash, soft to the touch, accent stitching. You've also got your speakers and defroster vents over the top. Other than that, it's a nice flat panel. And then across the passenger side, you have this nice expanse of vinyl that looks like leather. And you've also got accent stitching, satin silver trim, and this wood trim as well. Gives a really nice cohesive feel. And taking a look at the center stack, front and center up here, you do have your large air vents for the front driver and passenger, of course. Push to start here. You've got this floating 10.1-inch touchscreen display. It's part of the new Uconnect system. Everything in here is actually like a gloss piano black. And taking a look at the buttons at the top, you have your auto start stop, lane departure warning, stability control, 4-way hazard flashers, parking sense power switches, and of course 2 blank switches over there. Nice large touchscreen here. It's brand new for 2021. It was actually kind of introduced as a demo unit in the new Wagoneer. But as you can see, we do have navigation, phone controls, Sirius XM satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto. We've also got, of course, a reverse camera. It does have active guidance lines, but nothing more than that. There's no 360-degree top-down in this particular vehicle. Third row headrest fold. You've also got rear camera view, off-road controls for off-road pages. Alright, here's off-road pages here. First of all, we have our vehicle dynamics, so our transfer case status, and our steering indicator. And we've also got accessory gauges, pitch and roll, and our select terrain management. And then going into apps, just basically all of your different apps. Alrighty, moving down. It's kind of hard to see in here just because of the gloss black trim, but we have our mute, volume, power controls here, heated seat controls for the driver. This would be your ventilated seat control if you had it, heated steering wheel, passenger side heated seat. You can turn your screen on and off that way. Tune and enter and scroll for your MP3 files. And then all in here is your climate control. So here you have your driver temperature, passenger temperature select, fan speed control right there in the middle. Then down here is all your panel distribution. So you have defroster, rear defroster, you can turn the system off. You've also got panel distribution here, auto mode, AC, and recirculate. Alrighty. Inside this panel here is storage. You've got USB ports, so Type A and Type C, auxiliary input jacks, and of course a 12-volt power point. And moving down here, of course, you have your select terrain control here. You've got your rotary dial for your transmission selector, but other than that, it's a very clean face here. Nothing really more to speak of. Illuminated cup holders. A nice large padded armrest. It's a 2-level armrest. It opens up to reveal top flock storage and even deeper storage below, which is also illuminated. Overall, I feel like the interior of the Grand Cherokee-L is a very nice and very well thought out interior. Everything seems to fall right at hand. It's very ergonomic and very comfortable. More controls. Over on the driver's side sun visor, you have your 3-channel home link universal garage door opener. And here over in the overhead console, of course, we have LED map lights. We have our liftgate release, our dome override controls here, Uconnect Assist and SOS. These are all your speakers and stuff for the Uconnect system. And of course, you've got sunglasses holders here. And you have a manually dimming rearview mirror. And over here, of course, we have our sun visors. They have illumination. It's LED illuminated vanity mirrors. And the sun visors, of course, swing out and slide out on extension rails. And last but not least, overhead assist handles. Alrighty, seeing that this vehicle now has 3 rows of seats, finally, let's take a look at the 3rd row first. And getting into the back of the 3rd row is actually very easy. Locating this lever at the top of the seat, it actually will unlock the entire seat back. Just like that. Slides it out of the way. And reveals easy access to the 2nd row seat. Now the 2nd row back here only seats 2. It's a 50-50 split folding seat. It does have head restraints, 3-point belts, and rear seat passengers back here have their own positional air vents, cup holders, tie-down hooks, USB Type A and Type C holders, or chargers. You've also got reading lights. And when you're done, the seat folds right back to where it was. Alright, let's take a look at the rear seat door panel trim here. Same styling as the front seats. It's got that padded vinyl there. You got the faux wood, stainless steel or satin silver strip, door pulls, power window switches, power lock switches back here, padded armrest, accent stitching, mat pockets, bottle holders, stereo speakers here, front and bottom, or top and bottom. And of course you got your tread plates here. And here are the 2nd row seats in this 2021 Grand Cherokee. This vehicle only has the bucket seats in the middle, the twin captain chairs. They are fully adjustable fore and aft. You've also got seat back recline, And you've also got individual fold down armrest for the center. And in the rear seat passengers do have their own automatic climate control. They can set their own temperature back here. They can also set their own panel distribution, their own fan speed here. You've also got auto mode, second row heated seats, positional climate vents for the second row passengers. And down here you have a 115 volt, 150 watt household style AC outlet there. And two USB Type A and Type C chargers. Small little storage bin here, cup holders. And of course you've also got mat pocket storage in the seat backs, overhead illumination, and assist handles. Alrighty, a couple ways you can open the lift gate. First way, this convenient control button here and the overhead console. You can also lift the membrane switch just below the Jeep logo. To the right of the camera, there's a membrane switch here. You can actually press that and it'll release the lift gate. Or you could just use the key fob by double pressing the key fob button. It is electronically actuated, opening and closing. And here we go. Here is the cargo area with the third row seats in their upright position. As you can see, it's actually a pretty nice low flat floor. No wheelhouse intrusion or anything like that, so it's pretty flat. Over here on the left hand side, you do have LED illumination. You have some grocery bag hooks, tie down hook here. You have your close button here. You can also hold the set to hide opening. Stereo speaker back here, tie down hook. Inside the floor compartment is a small hidden storage area This right here actually is actuated, or lowers your spare tire. And inside this little panel here, that is all your jack and tool equipment. Alright, over here we have a small little storage cubby here, 12-volt power point, more grocery bag hooks and tie-down hooks. And if you want to fold the seats, that's very easy. Just lifting this handle here, just like in the Durango. Alright, and there is our view with these third row seats folded and flat. As you can see, cargo area is greatly enhanced. Nice and flat and even with the load floor. And here we are with the second row seats folded and flat. Tons of storage back here. And to lift up the third row seats, that's very easy. You just pull the strap, it locks into place, and then you can reset the head restraints. Even though they're not power actuated, they're still very easy to operate. And to close the lift gate, just press this button in the trim panel. Alrighty, and that does conclude this in-depth review of the brand new 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee-L. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.